What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Chicago Conservative Live Stream Edition. Today, guys, this is a L on the Trump administration, and I don't even really know where to begin with this, man. So, I mean, Jeffrey Epstein don't really need an introduction. You know, he's one of the biggest traffickers in the world, in my opinion. And there is a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about Jeffrey Epstein, which I'm gonna talk about in this live stream. But yeah, a lot of people are saying this is a cover up. A lot of people are saying, because Trump's on the list, and a lot of these, big time bureaucrats and things like that, and elites. So we got to definitely talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. And before we start, we have a new guest on the panel, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like this young man to introduce himself to the people.
How y'all doing there? Beyonce Lockett. Glad to be part of the panel. From Chicago, born and raised, 42 years old. Live in Rockford now. Me and my wife moved out here. And living out here in Rockford, they conservative from the part I live in, the northwest part of Rockford. And as far as the panel and the show, I'm glad to be part of this show and give my point of view. Because it is said that how MAGA is getting this little blowback from this Epstein list. Well, I was thinking this was a distraction from what happened in Texas with the whole flood situation. 'Cause other than that, I know Trump is innocent when it comes to the Epstein list, but there's something going on.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, we got a lot of opinions to share. I'm gonna give my opinion last before we start this video that I have on standby when it comes to the press secretary Caroline Levitt. She's basically claiming that there is no list and that Pam Bundy, she never said that she didn't have basically loads and loads of evidence on her desk. So before we start this video, I just want to get you guys' take on what's going on here, guys.
Yeah, they said that that's why I voted for it. Trump campaigned on getting the list out there for us, and now they saying it's not there. It's a BS because Dan Bajoni, Joni can say his name right. I should watch his podcast, and he
Yeah,
was a
he
former
bold as
director
true.
who, yeah, he seemed like he just went woke on us too as well. So I'm salty now on this one.
Hmm. And I feel like the Trump administration definitely deserved the criticism that they're getting right now because, like you said, this is
Yes,
one of the many things that Trump campaigned on when it came to the Epstein files, the JFK files, MLK files. These are
yeah,
things that now I'm not saying that if he would have not said these things that he would have lost, but at the end of the day, we were still waiting on this because Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, he was just a monster. And me personally, I think he got ties with the Mossad, him and his wife, what's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell. I believe they got ties with the
right.
Mossad because they were basically blackmailing the top bureaucrats, global elites. You guys already know the top people in our society in America. So I believe that was his job, and basically to extort the the deep state. So Nicole, what do you think of like what's going on here? Like, is it a cover up or like people saying Trump's on the list? Talk to me.
Yeah, it's definitely fishy. I feel like I mean, a lot of people are saying the same thing too. Like, if Trump was definitely involved, that would have prompted a lot of more people to expose that. Maybe still be able to hide themselves, even if they, what I'm saying. They probably would have put themselves in the fire just to put Trump in the fire because the lawfare was crazy. Like, they really hate that man. But I do feel like there's got to be some kind of connection with Mossad and like even Julia Assange quoted like you're never gonna see that list, like it's too many people involved in it and it would bring everything down.
Yeah, and then a lot of people are saying that if this list was to be released, that it will cause a lot of chaos and things like that. I don't necessarily believe that to be true. I think these people need to be held accountable for what they did to these young girls. Now,
Right.
let's just be honest. All of these cases, even when we go back to 2006, right? alone, he's had what, over 40 allegations of him, you know, doing heinous things to underage girls. I can't say a lot because
Right.
YouTube is trying to ban me and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's like so Squid Man, what do you think?
Personally, I think there really is something off about this because I literally just found the clip where she said the Epstein files is sitting on my desk right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that she's saying that there is none. I don't know. I feel like she's kind of being full of shit right here.
Yeah, and we can't put all the blame on Pam Bundy because we gotta think about Cash Patel in this situation as well, right? Because I remember Pam Bundy said that she was asking for the files from the FBI because I believe it's in their possession, and uh, they said they needed another month or two to investigate the files due to unusual circumstances. That's what it said in the actual file though, which was fishy off the rip. So Cash Patel definitely got an L for me from that for that. And when it all boils down to it, guys, look, a lot of people saying that Trump's on the flight logs. It's a difference
No, he's
between
not.
client list because like he had like a masseuse book with people's names on it and things like that and their contact information. So, and I believe there were pictures that Jeffrey Epstein had, and there I think it was in his house, and there were DVDs and all types of stuff in his drawers and under his television and stuff like that. So yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
paintings.
yeah, so we can't just throw all of this stuff out. And I believe that the Trump administration, I don't want to say that they're hiding something. I don't want to believe that. But this something is just not adding up. Now, it could be a lot of cases when it comes to this. Maybe the administration before them, got rid of everything. And when Cash Patel got all he could on the Epstein files. Maybe it was just all of things that incriminated Jeffrey Epstein and not anybody else that was affiliated with the heinous acts and things like that. So maybe that could be the case. But if we dive down, okay, before we start this video, I just want to just give a little clarification about our guy Jeffrey Epstein, right? So, are you guys familiar with Bill Barr? He was
Yeah,
the
it's just giving
former.
to Trump.
Yeah, basically, yes. He was the former attorney general for hold on, I think we got somebody else trying to join. I think that's my guy, Mr. Dennis. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Mr. Dennis in the show as well. What's going on, Mr. Dennis?
How's everybody doing?
How you doing
Great.
Doing
now?
good. Good. We talking about the Epstein files magically disappearing all of a sudden. So, as I was saying, right, Jeffrey Epstein, this is an interesting character. And uh, you guys know Bill Barr, right? He's the former attorney general for Donald Trump and for George Bush, right? The first one, I believe, not the second one. So we got to look into his father, which is Donald Barr. Now, his dad is a very, 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 very weird guy. He made a book about child pornography and how they was basically fetishizing grape and things like that. So with Donald Barr and Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Barr was like a principal, right? Or he was like a head of a school. Now Jeffrey Epstein is 21 at the time, right? He becomes a math teacher like magically though, with no degree, by the way. He dropped out of college. I think he dropped out of NIU or something like that. So he doesn't have a degree in anything. So magically, he has a math degree, you know, and he's 21 at the time. And a lot of people was saying that during that time when he was that a teacher that he was being really weird with the girls, you know. And I'm not surprised because this is Jeffrey Epstein we're talking about, right? And when it comes to this Donald Barr guy, Bill Barr's dad, he was an exceptionally weird guy as well. So we got to always, be in connection with that, because we can't sit up here and say that Trump didn't know Bill Barr's dad or didn't look into his father. So, Jeffrey Epstein now at the time, I believe is still like 22, right? So he becomes I believe, a junior assistant at a firm, and magically, I say like 4 years later, he becomes like the partner, like one of the head partners of the firm, right? But then, but magically though, we don't know how this is happening, right? So, then he got caught with fraud and things like that, and I believe he had to leave. So after that, he started his own corporation. I believe it was called Epstein and Co. And when he started his corporation, I guess what his business was advising billionaires. I don't really know what the hell that means, but nobody really knows how this guy got rich, right? Nobody knows how this guy became a billionaire, right? So I'm just breaking it down for you guys.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
he was basically just consulting billionaires and things like that. And in 2006, like we were saying earlier, that's when it got really bad for this guy, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Because that's when all of the allegations started coming out with him basically touching the little kids and stuff like that, preferably little underage girls. So, and we all know about Ghislaine Maxwell. She also, I believe, is a Mossad agent. And me personally, we're going to say allegedly, guys, because I don't want us to, be in no legal trouble. But allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein is a Mossad agent who was working for the Mossad. Basically, he had ties with Israel, and his job was to basically extort and blackmail all of our big time people, and one of those people being Bill Clinton. A lot of people don't know that, but he had a picture of Bill Clinton in somebody's dress. I don't, what was the
Yeah,
person's
one
dress?
blue dress. And one blue
Yeah,
dress, I believe.
yeah, and that just goes to show you the humiliation ritual that comes behind this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, yeah, this dude is basically just always been fishy, always been weird. His crowd has always been just off.
Right. Even the
So,
island, the house, the island looked like the Disney castle. The island did. The island building had the same
yeah,
stripes as his wife. That's
yeah.
crazy.
But
So even
so Mr.
Disney gets them with it.
Oh, I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Lockett?
So I believe Disney and Epstein got something going on with this whole pedophile thing going on.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's like one big ring, you know?
Right.
But I mean, there's still things to be uncovered. But Mr. Dennis, what do you think about all of this? Mr. Dennis, can you hear me?
He's just rotating.
I think he's having issues.
We can't
Uh,
hear you.
We can't hear you, Dennis.
um, let me see.
Your mic is off, I believe. Yeah, your mic is
Yeah,
off.
I'm trying to unmute him, but I mean, I guess we'll figure it out. But okay, guys. Without further ado, let's just react to this video of Caroline Levitt, the White House press secretary, basically discussing the Epstein files.
Caroline, the DOJ and FBI have now concluded there was no Jeffrey Epstein client list. What do you tell MAGA supporters who say they want anyone involved in Jeffrey Epstein's alleged crimes to be held accountable?
This administration wants anyone who has ever committed a crime to be held accountable. And I would argue this administration has done more to lock up bad guys than certainly the previous administration. And the Trump administration is committed to truth and to transparency. That's why the
And let me know if you guys want me to pause it or anything like that. If you guys like find something interesting that you catch in the video that you want to point out, please don't hesitate to let me know when to pause it. Because
Okay.
already is already a sign of deflecting, don't you guys think? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
Biden didn't say anything about the Epstein files. I mean, I'm not a Biden supporter or anything like that, like at all. But Trump is the one that ran on Epstein files, not Joe Biden. So for her to call out the last administration, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Biden was too concerned with his with Hunter's laptop.
Yeah, for sure, man. Which is a whole nother case when it comes to a trafficking ring when it comes to children. But that's just
Right.
Pizzagate. But my guy Jordan know a lot about that. I think he wants to join too. So if he does join, he'll tell you guys a lot about Operation Pizzagate. But let's continue.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Before we continue, Mr. Dennis, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
Bang
I can
cool.
on.
hear.
Okay, you good now, Mr. Dennis. All right, let's continue.
The Attorney General and the FBI Director pledged at the president's direction to do an exhaustive review of all of the files related to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and his death. And they put out a memo in conclusion of that review. There was material they did not release because, frankly, it was incredibly graphic and it contained child pornography, which is not something that's appropriate for public consumption. But they
Like, just give us the names. Like, I don't care about the victims. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, ladies and gentlemen, but I want names and faces. You feel what I'm saying? We know what
Right.
they, like we don't have to keep breaking this down on the horrendous things that Jeffrey Epstein and the people that he surrounded himself with did. We know this already. Give us names. They're acting
Not
like they're acting
Didn't
like
he
a
have some redacted?
I'm sorry, go ahead. Anybody.
Didn't he have some redacted going on when the first Epstein list? It was all blacked out. When before they had 84, but they doing Biden was all blacked out. I believe when the first list came out. I
Mhm.
could be wrong.
like that phase one they released.
Right. And then we already knew
Uh-huh.
about that already. So
And I was
I
gonna
got that. Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say real quick, like like if you're trying to protect the child victims, I mean, we're not asking you to see video, bro. Like you said, just give us the names. And these
Right.
people are adults at this
Right.
point. And some of them then come up missing and dead. So I'm just trying to figure out like what you really doing.
Good point. Like I want to see the perpetrator, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to see all of that graphic stuff anyways.
Right.
If it's
Right.
proof that I mean, if you guys can prove in a court of law, now if you got like a jury or something, I mean, they probably are gonna have to play some footage or show some type of picture or video in order to prove that this person is sick, you know? But we gotta at least get the names first.
That's all it is. Tyler Perry on that. Hey, Tyler Perry on it. Just say that. It's simple.
Right.
Yeah. I guess the swamp is deeper than we thought it is. We
they
thought it was a
committed
swamp
to
in
an
the rhino.
exhaustive investigation. That's
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
So I guess the swamp is deeper than we thought when it comes to the Republicans and the Democrats. The swamp and the rhinos. I guess it's deeper than
Oh
we thought it
yeah,
was.
yeah. It runs real deep. It runs real deep for sure. Let's continue watching this. Cause she dodging, guys. She dodging a lot.
Yeah. I was rooting for
that's what they did, and they provided the results of that. That's transparency.
Follow up on that,
Sure.
Caroline. Okay, so the
That's really not transparency. I mean, I like Caroline Levy, but that's not transparency at all. First of all, we need consistency. If anything,
FBI looked at the circumstances surrounding the death of Jeffrey Epstein. According to the report, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox
I've
News.
got the quote.
Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's.
All of the paperwork, all of the paper. Come on, this don't even sound like you, Caroline. Come
No,
on,
Right. She
this
and
sound
don't even
like
then
sound like you.
that last one, the Haitian girl.
Right, like right. It was on the paper. Like, come on. What do you mean? He literally quoted her. If it's on her desk, what's the
it
holdup?
ain't go, it ain't go Fox News. And she said it. She said it was on Fox News. That's why Peter Ducey going so hard with it because she said this on Fox News.
Absolutely. I think. Do you guys think Cash Patel and Pam Bundy is playing like cat and mouse when it comes to this? Well, let's get Mr. Dennis' opinion because I believe he was kind of frozen when we tried to get him in there. What you think is going on, Mr. Dennis?
I think they know more. I think that the longer this is being procrastinated, less interest we're gonna have in on this. That's what I truly believe. I think it's a stall tactic. So we really we're trying to like, okay, we don't have no out there and stuff, especially the same way with Joe Biden.
Uh, Miss- I didn't hear. You kind of was breaking up, Mr. Dennis.
I didn't hear him at all.
Yeah.
Right,
The
it's
chat.
cleaning out.
What? Can you repeat that?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you
Yes.
now. That's better.
Okay, Nicole, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I heard you in and out earlier, but I can hear you better now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
better.
What I'm saying is that I think they trying to make it more or less interest than what it is than it was at first, because it's like they supposed to put this out in public 6 months ago, I believe, and now here it is. We halfway towards 2026, and nobody don't know what's going on. Now the file had disappeared all of a sudden out of Pam Bundy desk.
Right. That don't make sense to me.
That don't make no sense. I truly believe they try to make it less interest for us. Like, we don't care no more about what
But
happened to
that's
that
what they
file.
ran on, Mr. Dennis. How is that gonna make it less interesting if this is what they? This is what we don't know. Have they?
No,
Campaign.
what I'm
Trump.
saying to you, what I'm saying is that this is their way of trying to stall this. They
Right.
stalling.
But that's just gonna make the people more amped up.
Yeah, that's true too.
And it's gonna make it look like that we kissing Israel's butt again because ultimately, I mean, his last name is Epstein. I mean, like, come on,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, but let's continue this video. I just want to finish this video and then because Peter Ducey has a great point.
The entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. But again, when it comes to the FBI and the Department of Justice, they are more than committed to ensuring that bad people are put behind bars. They have an operation going on right now called Summer Heat, which has our murder rate trending in the lowest direction in United States history. Their emphasis on violent crime and locking up violent criminals has led to the arrest of 14,000 violent criminals. That's a 62% increase from the same time period last year. So this Attorney General and the FBI Director are committed to putting bad people behind bars where they belong. They promised an exhaustive review. That's what they did. For any.
Okay, so that's the end of that. um, so my thing is this, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. This definitely got Trump supporters like myself and other MAGA supporters looking at Trump sideways just a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be commander in chief. I believe he signed a law when it came to this, right? That the Epstein files must be released.
I
So
That's
believe
what
so. Because they
he is. Yeah, that's like I say, it should have been released 6 months ago. So what's the holdup?
and that's what I was asking earlier. Do you guys think this is just a game of cat and mouse when it comes to Cash Patel and Pam Bundy?
I believe so. I mean, I
Oh,
believe
I think
when it
so.
comes to
Yeah.
Trump, when it comes to Trump picking people, he has not picked the best people. He did pick Mike Pence last, say it was vice presidency. He played him. So sometimes, we ain't the best picker when it comes to certain people, judging of people. I thought Cash Patel would be cool too as well, but I'm just find out with this is he's woke. Seems like it to be woke right now. And then Pat, is it Pat Bundy? Her name is, or Pam Bundy. Yeah, I mean they got corrupt all of a sudden. This ain't right.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane, man. I just don't understand how magically all of a sudden there is no list. And this got a lot of people divided, and this has the Dems very happy too, guys, because now they're calling Trump a pedo, and all of these other names to say he's Epstein's best friend, and this, that, and the third, and it's just silly. Now,
Yeah,
I keep hearing the word incriminate too. By the way, they're saying that Pam Bunny didn't use the word incriminating. She just said she has evidence, not incriminating evidence. I mean, like, what the hell does that even mean? You know,
hmm.
like if it's evidence to prosecute somebody, I mean, if you're trying to prosecute someone for doing heinous acts, don't you think that the people would assume that if you're saying that it's something on your desk that is some, some incriminating evidence? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you say, "Oh, it's not incriminating. We haven't found anything incriminating." Like, what do you mean? So, what's the hype for then? What was all the hype up for?
Why? Because Maxwell. She went to jail, so something going on. Why she go to jail? So
Right.
they bogus. They bogus, man.
Yeah, and it was a lot of people that was behind like closed doors, right? Like this Donald Barr guy who magically made Epstein rich, and made him a teacher, got him in his firm, basically started him off. And that Donald Barr guy, like I said, like he basically fetishized child grape and and all type of heinous stuff. He even wrote a book about it. I think it was some like space, like exotic, interstellar book or something like that. It was really really weird. It was really weird. But we see who Jeffrey Epstein is hanging with. You know, so a lot of people are also saying that you know Trump could be on the list. Now, people was saying he was on like the flight logs. I think he did admit one time that I think he made a stop or something like that. Y'all can
Yeah,
correct
they're
me
in
if
the
I'm
island
wrong.
though. Man, he's on a
Yeah,
plane, but not to the island.
right, right,
And
right,
Trump kicked him out. Trump got rid of him. Once Trump found out that he's corrupt and all that, Trump, this is
right.
real quick and everything like that. And yeah, it's been true that Trump is on the list. The Democrats have been said something about this. So now they want to say something now we not getting what we want as MAGAs. And then they use that against us, I believe. So other than that, I'm salty, but the Democrats we can let them win because other than that, I got faith in me. We got this. We got this. The list will come out.
Absolutely, man. So, do you guys don't think they're covering for Donald Trump? I don't think they are,
I don't
but
think so either.
I don't think so.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe it.
There goes Dennis. Oh wait,
you was breaking up, Mr. Dennis.
Can
What
you
you
hear
say?
me? Yeah, I know. Somebody trying to call me on my phone. Yeah, somebody trying to call me on the phone. Um, I think they need to subpoena the Clintons. Maybe they might could tell
Oh man,
what happened.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a great point because they had evidence. Well, I guess they was blackmailing Bill Clinton when I guess he was talking to what's that one lady name? Um the one that sued him for SA.
Monica Lewinsky.
Oh man.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
Monica Lewinsky.
that's her.
No, not Monica
Yeah,
Lewinsky.
Right. It's
that's
one of
her.
them.
They
I
That's
think
settled
it's
their
Paul.
case. They
I think it was
settled their
Paul or
case.
somebody.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's who it was.
So do
wow.
you guys? Do you guys think that because another point that I just want to make, which could be the case, I think that this could be the case that the administration before the Trump administration got rid of all of the crazy stuff before Trump got in because I mean it is very very possible, and I'm going to tell you why because he was already talking about releasing the Epstein files and the MLK files, JFK files. The JFK files is very interesting as well. A lot of this stuff ties to Israel for some reason, So when they was, running on this, hold on, let me see if I can get Mr. Dennis back in. Am I freezing, guys, or
Yeah, you were at
No,
first.
you're fine to me.
oh man, dang it.
I mean, I have problems sometimes myself
Um,
when I be podcasting. I don't know if the screen yard or
yeah,
what.
I know. Yeah, that's why I'm finna start using Discord.
Right.
Um,
So
can
now
you guys hear me?
here,
Because I was like I'm.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I can hear you. My thing is this here.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
damn. Uh, I hope they not messing with my stream, man.
It was in
No, you all clear. Everybody clear. It just his audio is not good.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you loud and clear.
Okay, okay. Um, okay. I don't know if Mr. Dennis is still here with us. Can you hear us, Mr. Dennis?
I think he's
Um,
frozen.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, them boys watching, guys. So I guess we.
Look at that death stare,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rumble's a good time to be on too to stream is Rumble.
yeah, for sure. But while we fix these technical difficulties, we gotta watch a few more clips about Trump and Cash Patel and Pam Bundy talking about these. I mean, talking about this Epstein list.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
yeah,
Would you declassify JFK files?
yeah.
Would
I
you?
did. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
There's a moment where you had some hesitation about Epstein releasing some of the documents on Epstein. Why the hesitation?
I don't think I mean, I'm not involved. I never went to his island, fortunately, but a lot of people did.
Why do you think so many smart, powerful people allowed him to get so close?
Um, he was a good salesman. He was, was a hale and hearty type of guy. And he had some nice assets that he'd throw around, like islands. But a lot of big people went to that island. But fortunately, I was not one of them.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be.
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago. They do that for danger too, because endangers certain people, et cetera, et cetera. So Kennedy is very different from the Epstein thing. But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
I'm wearing one of my favorite.
Where this stupid ad come from? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they get YouTube Premium. Shit costs like $13.
I know, man. Everybody keeps saying that.
I got it. I paid for it, so
It's great to hear.
It's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that. You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why is it that the Senate, and good for Senator Blackburn to try to get it out, but then Dick Durbin comes over the top and says, no, we're not going to release the names. I don't care about that.
Man, so what do you guys think about that?
Wow. This is before, right? He became what he is now, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big flip.
Yeah, man. So now Kash Patel sound like he's trying to blame Republicans. He was basically saying, what the hell are these Republicans doing? And, basically saying that somebody's dropping the ball, So, I mean, does it sound like lack of accountability? A little bit. A little bit. A little bit, man. Because Kash Patel definitely is supposed to be on point because this is his job. You're the leader of the FBI. This is why you were chosen. So
Right.
I don't understand.
Well, okay, so let's have Jim Jordan subpoena the files.
You said have Jim Jordan subpoena the files?
Yeah, let him subpoena the file. He's the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. Let him subpoena the file with Pam Bunny and Kash Patel. Then let's ask them, hey, what happened to the file that's supposed to be out? Because it's got to be a certain deadline that these files should have been out anyway.
See but they saying they're looking for a specific list though. They're saying they're looking for a client's list that incriminate some people. They're looking for arrests.
So this is what's the holdup been? They can't find a list?
I'm not sure.
Because that's what it sounds like. But that's what it sounds like they can't find it.
But I'm saying that
completely. They have it, and I want to release the name.
But I'm saying that contradicts what Pam Bundy said. I believe she's gonna say something.
Right.
Clip. So let's see. Let's play this clip real quick.
All did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept, Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m., thousands of pages of documents.
You hear how she talking, though, right? Y'all hear how she talking?
Very confident.
Sound like she's nervous. Sound like she's nervous.
Because you sound mighty confident. You got thousands of files. videos,
Right.
everything you need. Come on, what's really up?
Right.
I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course. And Cash is going to, Director Patel is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Yep.
Okay. Said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk.
So, Nicole, I think this is the clip you was looking for.
Oh no, I think I was talking about the one you showed earlier, but I don't know if I seen this one.
Is when can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over this will make you sick. 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released.
Okay. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And she's doubling down on this every single time. Well, this is when, the administration just got into office around February, I believe she said this. So
Okay.
it's like you're so confident in the moment. So what happened? Like what died this fire down? And who's really ultimately responsible for this? Because you have what you need. You are confident enough to know that what you have, and she keeps saying it's disgusting, it's horrible. But my thing is this though: if you know all of this, okay, Jeffrey Epstein's dead. Okay, we don't really we don't care about him like that for now. We care about his victims, but we're not about to sit up here and act like he was acting alone. Now we know Ghislaine Maxwell is locked up,
Right.
but they didn't act alone either. He had drivers that was driving him to these appointments. Like where like what I'm saying? He had a massage parlor. He even had a masseuse book that's in the possession of the FBI. So what's really going on here?
So let me see if this will make sense. Could it be that the past administration with Joe Biden had did something to the file, and maybe they can't? I'm not trying to
That's,
defend the current
no,
administration,
no,
but
that's a great point.
You got a good
the
point.
last administration?
Remember Hunter Biden's laptop? They lied about that for for how long? So you're right. They could have done something to file. They lied about Hunter Biden's laptop and Joe Biden's brain. So ain't no telling.
Yeah. So what? Let's
Right.
say that now. Here's another thing. Epstein, if Epstein didn't commit, we still don't know what was the cause of death. They still say it's suicide. I don't believe
It
it
was a
is.
minute ticking out.
But
It
let's
was a
say
minute
he's,
missing.
yeah. So let's look at it like this. If he was alive, he had to testify against whoever is on that list, including maybe Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
feel like if
Hunter
you
Biden,
And maybe Hunter.
I feel like
definitely.
if you're
absolutely.
gonna
Yeah.
say that the Biden administration got rid of the list, why would Trump not or that administration not say that? Like, why not lay the blame squarely on them?
Well, Trump been laying the blame on a lot of things Joe Biden did for ever since before he became president. I'm just putting out there. It just got things. It's just so. It's just strange. The man was dead under the Biden administration
No, I
because
know
I
that, but
believe
I'm saying
they was
why
afraid that
wouldn't
he was.
Trump? That's what I'm saying. So that's even more reason.
y-
If you're Trump, why would you not? Like, you
Yeah,
have no love lost for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you put that
Right.
yeah,
squarely on
yeah,
them? Because now you look like an asshole.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's
I
being
agree with
honest.
you on that, Nicole. Also, like I say. that the house that need to be subpoenaed through Congress. They need to subpoena them files wherever that file is. Now I believe some of them files was destroyed before the Trump administration got a hold to it, and or it been redacted. Now it's a possibility, but I'm just going by what if this and what if that. But it just seems so ironic. This man's dead, can't find the files, and now I would give Pam Bondi at least 30 to 60 days to come up with them files, or else I will fire her.
she I don't know. I feel like everything's pointing to both sides got their hands in it and they
Mm-hmm.
both know
Right.
that
Stop
they're
it. Yep.
all gonna look bad for one reason or another. And that's why we never gonna get anything. Cause I don't know if you see what I just said in the chat, but at some point, O'Keefe, he goes undercover, James O'Keefe. He sent
Right.
somebody
Mm-hmm.
to talk to Pam Bondi at like a restaurant or something, and she was just talking like chattering all about it. And then fast forward, now it's nothing. Like how you do a phase one? What the fuck was phase one? That means something else is coming. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. And that's what I was saying. You got the people, um, you got them basically aware of what's we assume is about to happen. So you can't do that. You can't get the people excited about something like this. We think, we like Ellen DeGeneres and all these people about to get arrested and Oprah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just joking, but basically all of these
I'm,
shit.
bureaucrats,
Allegedly, but wink, wink.
No, allegedly.
I'm saying
I
allegedly,
think
but all of
this
these
is like
creeps,
possibly sorry.
right? But all these creeps, we was expecting these people to be hauled out. But now all of a sudden there's no list, guys. Don't worry about it. I feel like this is just a spit in the face to all of the MAGA supporters. That's
Yep.
how I truly feel.
I don't think they mean it as a spit in the face. Honestly, I feel like because you can see how hard they backpedaling. I think it's honestly these people are blackmailed. Like they are
Right.
afraid of what the fuck is going to happen to them because you see what happened to Epstein.
Yep. And I said this earlier, Team 7 Ninjutsu.
Yeah.
I said this earlier that if this
But
list
what's that
comes
lady
out
name
and
that got
who's on it,
arrested with Epstein?
Just
Ghislaine
saying Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
Why can't she be subpoenaed and testify?
She won't talk, man. She's she's
Nah.
she's she's trained. She's trained. Even in death,
Her,
he like controls her.
right. Her dad died mysteriously and had ties to the
And
to
they're
the
Mossad. Like that, well,
right.
allegedly, they're Mossad guys.
Yeah.
So they are trained agents at the end of the day. And I remember they were saying that Jeffrey Epstein had a passport that didn't even match his name. Like it wasn't his
Right.
name at all. And then it was registered to Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Hmm.
So that's crazy, man. Like you have to be a Fed. That just lets me know you are a 100% Fed.
Yep.
And he doing all the Mossad work and all of the IDF and Benjamin Netanyahu's work. Because Bibi Netanyahu, he the one that told Clinton, like, listen, dude, we got what we got on you, but we gonna throw it away, wink, wink. Because it's like because let's be honest, right? Let's say somebody say, I got something on you, and you take it, right, and break it. I mean, they not gonna get mad because they probably got copies after copies after copies. So he basically was
Mm-hmm.
trolling Clinton, at the end of the day, which is why Jeffrey Epstein was trolling him like I'll say times 1,000 with the dress and with the picture with the dress and stuff. But let's watch this. Let's watch another clip, guys. I think this clip is also interesting. This is from PBD Podcast or Valuetainment.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say
And
this.
blackmailing the most powerful.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna say this. This honestly feels like the worst cliffhanger ever. Not getting the fucking list.
Right. This is worse than the ending of The Sopranos. Like, what's going on?
Oh man.
Jeez Louise. Like, y'all just gonna leave us hanging like that?
Maybe they need to get Scooby Doo. They'll find the mystery.
Man,
Yeah.
we gonna need Sherlock Holmes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean we are built? Define that. Do you mean our entire country, our entire government, our entire FBI, CIA?
I'm saying this. Whoever,
or this is one little operation that they don't want to expose?
Whoever he was working for, Epstein, Mossad, CIA, everything. Apparently, the most powerful people on the world were flying to an island and having sex with underage kids because she said it. There's tens of thousands of hours of them doing it. If we're built on that and the most powerful people that are running the show are in charge, the guy's telling Cash Patel, the thing that you just read, shut up. Shut up about it. Hold on, you know who I am. He knows who I am. I want accountability for everybody. If it's Trump, if it's Bill Gates, if it's Bill Clinton, I don't give.
Hey, I love Vinny, man. He be cooking, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't give a fuck if it's Trump, Clinton, Obama. Hold these people account. And this is why I love people like Vinny. Like, these are America First patriots, man. We don't really care. Like,
Right.
America First isn't like, okay, Trump made like Make America Great Again or something like that, but we got to think about the ideology that comes behind America First. That's not going to end after Trump leave. You guys see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
this belief that we have to put our country first before any other countries, keeping it safe, keeping the law enforcement protected so they can keep us safe, putting the tax money where it truly belongs, and not just keep funding all of the the government establishment and things like that. Basically, that's going to be
Yeah.
tax funded and stuff like that. Now you got socialists that's trying to, or I call them communists, but socialists like Zoran Mondani that's trying to basically be mayor of one of the biggest, probably the biggest city in all of our country. So
Yeah,
this
New
is
York. You're right.
oh, did I lose you guys or?
No, I'm here. I said New York. I was saying, yeah, New York. He's trying to tell you to kill mayor of New York, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, okay.
I don't give a shit if it's the president of anything. Expose them because, Adam, the truth has to come out.
Okay, so I only have one question for you,
Yes.
my dear friend. I agree with you, but at what price?
Take a deep breath, man.
Okay.
But hold on, hear me out. At what price?
At any price, Adam.
So you're saying to expose whatever happened on Epstein Island,
Yep.
you're willing to do whatever this looks like.
Yes.
Tear down the government, expose all the secrets, put America basically in harm's way.
And I believe Team 7 Ninjutsu just pointed this out. I said this earlier too, but I mean, listen, man. If they did heinous acts, we can always listen. These people can ultimately be replaced. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean this is going to trample our government and all this other BS? Like, come on, bro. You can replace these people with probably Miss Sharon. You can replace these people with a person like Team 7 Ninjutsu. Replace them with Mr. Lockett, Mr. Dennis, Nicole, Squid. Like can be replaced. And half of these people are incompetent anyways. Half of these people don't even know how to run government. So it's just flat out common sense at the end of the day when it comes to all this woke BS. All you really need is common sense to combat this. And it's like it breaks my heart because people always think like, oh, but what about our government? Oh, this is going to triple our government. Like, dude, do you not believe it? I'm a capitalist, okay, and I want my tax dollars to go where they need to go, but I am not really for government like that. I do not really want the government interfering with my life like that. So if the government, listen, I honestly believe Texas really do it right. You guys can arm yourselves and with your own guns because don't depend on the police or somebody to come help you or save you. You can save yourself or help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can respect that. I can respect these stand your ground states like Florida and Texas. Because these blue states like Chicago and stuff, they're gonna carry guns anyways. And the only people that's getting hurt is the citizens. So yeah, I'm America.
I
Yep,
think
same
too.
here.
Well,
American
the only
first.
answer with Chicago is that, well, I truly, my opinion on that, what you just said, Vashon, is that the people, the
Damn.
voters, are so
Oh,
programmed to depend
Mr. Dennis, you kind of breaking up, man.
Yeah, people,
on
black people been doing this since
the
the
government.
'60s. Lyndon B. Johnson,
That
they
is
put
going to
under
be
the
very hard
government.
for them. No, that's the only thing we shouldn't have guns on your possession because it take away everything from the police.
Right. Because you know they got to always meet a quota.
Well, yeah, and then you got people like Johnson that he lied about the statistic of crime. Pritzker, he's lying about everything, and so they just lie about every. They just lie, and it's so
Right.
and the people who keep on voting for this type of disaster, they believe that it's biblical. It's the truth. That's what they truly believe. You cannot present an argument against their feelings. It's hard.
Right.
They will. Well, I feel this, but what about statistically and logic? It doesn't matter. My feeling is this here, and they will do that. They
Right,
will
be
continue
offended.
on
It's
do that.
okay.
Hmm.
That's the problem. People here to be offended. Get offended. Learn from it. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it's a
You
big
know,
major problem.
right.
Now,
I just wish
I
our
don't
black
want to.
people. Hmm.
Yeah, mainly black people, especially black
Yeah.
people.
They ashamed of nothing but offended by everything.
Yes. Now, now let's. I don't want to. I'm gonna get off the subject for a few seconds. But here's the thing. Now listen. Now check this out. Pritzker is running for his third term. Now I analyze that. Pritzker trying to run for president. He's not going to get past the primary. So if you can't control those the most, he going to control the least, and that's the state of Illinois. And you see his track record is not good. But he lied to everybody, especially the black voters, that he's doing a good job. They stood by Pritzker 100% and 10 toes down. But
Yep.
it's seems kind now
Yeah.
all these other governors had only run no more than 2 terms. Pritzker wanted to run the third term because he know he's not going to get past the primary in the presidential election in 28.
Right. And Illinois is blue. So,
Yeah, it's blue. Illinois is very blue. But
right.
Pritzker, no, he's not going to make He's not going to
No, of
make it
course
in the
not. Of
primary.
course not. Of course
Hmm.
not. They still can't figure out what a woman is, the Democrat Party. So they all messed up.
Oh
They all
man.
messed up.
Oh, you talking
Roll.
about Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris, the whole Democratic Party,
Oh
they all
no, that's
messed up.
yeah, yeah. Especially if she can't.
Tampons
And
him.
she, I wouldn't eat collard greens if she invite me over for dinner and stuff. The way like
Alex Hug.
bathtub
Absolutely
taste.
not. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
For
Now
somebody
Oh man.
that tell you that she's not
asses in
black
it,
right
nah.
there.
No, she
She's
ain't
not.
black.
That tell you she's not black. You over here cooking collard. You over here cleaning collard greens in a bathtub. That show you she ain't black. But
Yeah, but
I'm the one who didn't vote for her because she's not a black woman. No, I didn't vote for her because she cleaned
She
collard greens in the
selected.
bathtub.
She
Oh yeah,
no,
she was.
one thing she was selected anyway. She was
Yeah, she
selected.
was. Yeah, of course she was selected.
So that's that part right there.
They
Like
ain't
they
even
talk about
had
some
run a.
democracy.
yeah, puppet. Yep, she
Now
was
look,
definitely a puppet.
yeah, now if they would have ran
Who
a primary, I don't believe Joe Biden will win the primary.
No, nobody would have won.
No, absolutely not.
He wouldn't won that primary. But
No.
since the Democrats say we ain't gonna do no primary, we gonna get somebody. We gonna get rid of the vegetable and bring in the whole.
Talking about the whole. Okay, let's continue, guys.
Man,
Whatever happened on Epstein Island,
Yep.
you're willing to do whatever this looks like.
Yes.
Tear down the government, expose all the secrets, put America basically in harm's way just to find out what's Epstein.
What do you mean, Adam?
Because these are the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah.
They're apparently on this island.
Adam, so let the truth be told or the heavens fall. I don't care.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
Adam. And that's who
I like
Vincent
that.
Oshana is. I am
All right.
100% accountability, and I don't give a if Adam. If
Yeah,
that's what we were built
but at
on,
what price?
I don't
At
give a
tearing
shit. There's
down
no
America?
price. Guess what the price is, Adam? God.
So you
God's
wanna-
the price.
you-
There's also
Yeah, man. That's why I like Vinny, man. Like he definitely be cooking.
you got to have
Like,
conviction.
yeah, you got to be passionate about stuff like this, especially your country, man. When it comes to like, if these people are potentially covering up for pedophiles, that's not good, man. That's not good for our country at all. I don't want to be France. I don't want to be like Brigitte Macron and them.
No.
So it's
Yeah.
like
I was just gonna say, like devil's advocate, I can kind of see it from both ways, not defending pedophiles at all, because Lord knows I'm the last person to do that. But wherein it's like when you really think about at what cost, like I don't think people are really grasping like the globalist effect like of it all. Like honestly, you thinking about Bill Gates and how look at how far he went with the vax and everything and with farming. It's like these people are truly in it for the long haul to do what they feel like they're gonna do. So if you thinking about the IDF and people like Bill Gates and all these powers, like you saying at what price, and it's easier said than done. So you
That
really,
is
I'm
true.
thinking for somebody like Trump, maybe he really is putting America first by not pursuing it because they realize how far it can go, how fast, and we wouldn't be able to recover. There will be no America. So like when people like Team 7 Nijitsu was saying like it will collapse the government, you got to think world government, not just American government. And we all interlock. Not defending it at all. I'm sure there's a way that somebody's not thinking about out of strategy and out of you said God at the end of the day, the guy in the clip said it too, God at the end of the day got the last word, but like everybody ain't faithful like that. And everybody ain't ready to put their neck on the line for the weak and the children and everybody like that. So it's like you really kind of got to think about through the lens of how far this shit will go. Some people will, people go out here and kill people for less. And you're gonna put my stuff on Front Street. Now imagine you a global power.
I believe the list will come out eventually. Like for a while, they said the UFOs didn't exist. Now they're saying UFOs exist all of a sudden now. I believe in a minute. This is a matter of time the list will come out. It's just time.
Everybody gonna be on their deathbed.
Right.
Right. Which is basically a distraction. At this point, like, I mean, I don't think the Epstein list is a distraction, but it's like you guys are running in circles when it comes to this. Like, do you guys have the list or not? And this is just my last opinion about it, and then you guys can give your last opinions, and we just end it off there. But my last take on it is honestly like this is just an absolute failure on the Trump administration. This is a failure when it comes to Cash Patel. This is a failure when it comes to Pam Bundy. And I'm not really sure what the hell they geeked this whole thing up about if all you guys was just going to manage to do in the end and say, oh, there was no list. You guys have been campaigning on this for what? Almost like 2 years? I think he started talking about the
Yes.
Epstein list in like almost 2
Well,
years.
well, I have a question. How important is the Epstein file versus the Kennedy assassination? How important is it?
I mean, well, you still have victims out there to this day, Mr. Dennis. Like, you got to remember, these were kids back in the day when he
Yes.
did this to these kids.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying like some didn't perish, but some are out there that are still alive that still have to live through this, seeing this guy on the news, seeing this guy all over YouTube. They're probably freaking traumatized about seeing this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and even somebody that they probably know that did it to them, they conscious won't let them live with themselves knowing that this guy is still out there. You know? So when you have people like Jeffrey Epstein and his his friends or whatever the hell he was calling these people, associates or whatever, when you have people like this, Jeffrey Epstein's deceased, but who knows who the hell is still out there, because he has like 2, 3 books. He has all types of DVDs. Like, this isn't just Jeffrey Epstein on all of these videos. I mean, can we all agree on that?
Definitely agree. Right. There's a lot of people on there.
And he's known for blackmailing people. He's literally known for blackmailing. One of those people would obviously be Bill Clinton. I think another one was Prince Henry, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Now you
Harry,
got what's that model? We had the model Naomi Campbell. She was on the list. She was on the list. She went to the island as well. Who else? Yeah, it's sad. I'm disappointed in the Trump administration for the moment. I'm not disappointed in Trump. I'm disappointed in Cash Patel and Pam, because they know better what the
Yeah,
American people want. We voted for you guys. We rooted for you guys when they was doing their conference hearings with Congress and all to get sworn in. I was rooting for them. I'm like, okay, cool. This is it. Now they get there and all of a sudden now they can't figure out what's going on. They lost the list and all that. That pissed me off. It's kind of like I wish they had Matt Gaetz, because Matt Gaetz to me would have been more on it. Matt Gaetz, they feared Matt Gaetz being AG, and they ended up
yeah.
picking Pam Bondi. I'm like, nah, you should can't. I'm saying Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, I believe, would got the job done.
That's because he had those allegations, man, which I don't know if they're true or not. I never looked
No,
into
it
it.
wasn't. I think it wasn't true. Because they had Sunny apologize on the review about 3 times, but she kept on saying something bad about it. And they said no, they didn't have it. That's how I would go about
Unbelievable,
what I heard from that.
unbelievable, man. So they
When
could have
they do
gave.
special, uh-huh.
No, I was agreeing with you. I was saying they could have gave that job to Matt Gates, because I
Yeah,
mean
he was been on.
she's not pushing the problem. She's not keeping her neck on the issue, which is to get the
Nope.
crime list out to the people, because we have better investigators than some of these people in the FBI. If we're being honest, like, if I
Look at
would
us
think,
right here. Look at us. We got investigators in there.
yeah, like you got people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson out there. These journalists, in my opinion, are better than the FBI, are better than
Right,
mainstream media news. I trust these journalists nowadays more than mainstream media, FBI, CIA, all of these damn people.
right. Love your head, Dennis. Love your head, man.
Yes,
I got
sir.
mine in the room. So I was gonna put it on, so I was gonna wait till next time.
Yeah, man, you welcome anytime, man.
Appreciate it. I'm here, man.
Our alligator Alcatraz, let's go.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what's up, man.
So, Mr. Dennis, what do you think about this? Of your final thoughts on the Epstein list magically disappearing for some reason?
we can't hear
Man,
you.
audio.
I can't hear you, Mr. Dennis.
Nope.
We can't hear you.
Hmm. Is it? Yeah.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, you
Yes.
good now. Whatever you just did, that worked.
Yeah, I believe that them files are I think that Congress need the Judiciary Committee. They need to subpoena that file. They need to subpoena both Cash Patel and Pam Bunny. Subpoena uh, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, and that they know somebody knows something. Especially Bill Clinton. We know how Bill Clinton roll when it comes down to these underage girls. So
Right.
I think they need to do a hearing in Congress about this.
I think so
Now,
too.
yeah, and they need to subpoena Hunter Biden too, because if he's part of it, he know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Hunter Biden 9 times out of 10 probably isn't on the list, but I think he got his own thing going on when it comes to his pedophilia. Because he was already caught with underage girls on his laptop doing crack, all type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
That dude is
Yeah, he
nuts.
mess around with them Russian prostitutions and stuff.
Right. And I just want to point out that when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, right, I think it was his birthday, and he rented out three, I think they were triplet sisters. They were
Wow.
triplet sisters, and they were coming from France, surprisingly, you know. So I guess he basically assaulted them and sent them back their way, and basically they continue to traffic the girls all around the world, like the Soviet area, Brazil, things like that. And the guy that was actually doing it, right? So he actually got caught.
You had your camera.
Yep. So, oh my, damn, Mr. Dennis.
You show your belly.
I was putting my gun on.
Yeah. So the guy that actually was doing that, right, that had trafficked those girls to Epstein, he actually got caught, right, and he was put in jail. But guess what happened to him, ladies and gentlemen?
He died.
He committed suicide. He hung himself.
I think what happened to Epstein and that other guy, I think somebody it was a homicide through suicide, meaning that they hung him, covered up the DNA, covered up everything so it won't be known. Under who order, I don't know, but they covered it up to make it seem like
Hillary.
it's a suicide. That's what I truly believe.
Yeah. I got an idea. It rhymes with Billary.
Oh yeah, we already know.
Yeah. She's just a witch. She's just an evil
Yeah,
witch.
she know about riding them
Man.
brooms.
hmm So, Nicole, what are your last thoughts about the Epstein list and how it magically just vanished?
I mean, the energy that the Trump administration was given to get elected behind it and the sudden backpedaling, the timing of it, especially with, I think too, even that whole issue with Iran and Israel was like a little show of force or maybe a chance for Trump to kind of, save face as far as like him not being somebody's puppet. But I honestly think that the way everything playing out is pointing to they honestly had the best intentions of trying to put it out there. But once they got in there and saw everything that was going on and how bad it was, or somebody threatened and blackmailed them, it was like having the gauntlet, like like Thanos. And it's like if you snap your fingers, I'm just letting you know, you could go ahead and do it if you want to, but everybody's gone. Like I just feel like it's that pervasive that
But
they
what's wrong? Can I just counter that for a second? What's wrong with that though? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with getting everybody gone and replacing them with good people?
the thing is, where are the good people going to go to? That's like I feel like maybe we're not understanding that even the good people gonna get caught up somehow in it. Like, because at the end of the day, like everything touches. Like it's we all interlocked and intertwined in some type of relationship. So it's like yeah, you can snap your fingers and think you're only getting rid of the bad people, but some of them bad people do good things. Like we're not all like absolute, you know what I'm saying? And you got to think about all of the industries. Like again, I said like you got Bill Clinton is, I mean not Bill Clinton, Bill Gates is pretty much owning all the farmland. Like it's so many moving parts to globalism that you will mess around and have a famine behind this shit, and then now little kids are starving. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
like it's like what you really got to be able to be God in this moment when it's going into every aspect of global existence. And that's what I feel like that's what Trump is realizing. Like, shit, do I really want to die on this hill and destroy the world behind this? Or do I want to just go ahead and do what I can do to put America first in the way that I could do it? And maybe somewhere down the line we can figure this out.
I just feel like I understand Trump has a duty to keep the country upheld and things like that, but I'm just thinking about the victims and how and what they went through and how they suffered through some of the most heinous acts that any woman can go through. I mean, I can't really, relate to anything like that, but I could only imagine what a woman goes through when she's being taken advantage of. And and then it's some old creepy guy too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these were girls though. Teenagers. Like they didn't know some of these kids probably didn't even know what the hell that was. They were being
Right.
taken advantage of by Ghislaine Maxwell, probably thinking they about to be famous. This is another point that I want to make to the live as well. That Jeffrey Epstein actually posed as the Abercrombie and Fitch recruiter back in the 80s.
Whoa.
So he was actually picking up young girls, lying to them, saying that, "Oh, I'm an Abercrombie and Fitch recruiter. I can make you a model." This, that, and the third. So that's a great point. If there is no list, why is Maxwell in jail? Because I mean, they had evidence to prove that she was helping Jeffrey Epstein traffic these girls due to their testimony. Now, I wish that the list could connect back to Maxwell, which could connect back to anybody that's still out here, breathing free air. I wish that was the case. But like I said, guys, it's a lot of fishy mess going on right now when it comes to this Epstein crap. And this honestly is just going to make people more eager, like people like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. That's going to make these people more eager to investigate what truly went down with the Epstein list and why it hasn't been released yet. We all know the type of person, we all know the type of person that Jeffrey Epstein is. It's only a matter of time before we know who his clients were. Now they're saying clients, but we know that's not a quote unquote.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like just saying Maxwell was an easy way to let off some of the steam and hope that it kind of died down, because if she is, trained or under, the duress of the Mossad, and like I said, her dad died under mysterious circumstances and was allegedly, connected to the Mossad. I feel like that was, it's like, in the mob, like you got that one fall guy. Like she was the one fall guy. Everybody knew that's how it was going to go down. And this was supposed to play out where, Epstein got out the picture because we ain't gonna let him snitch. And then Justine already knew how she was gonna keep her mouth, closed. And as a woman, guys send a girl to jail all the time. Like, hey, you take the charge.
Do this fine for me, girl.
Right.
Do this again for me.
It's an easier bid for you to do it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like that was just an easy way to let the steam out the pot and hope that it all died down. Like I said, to everybody on their deathbed, and then it's safe to just go ahead now and say, okay, these was the people.
Which is a good point that you bring up, because nobody wants to be blackmailed forever. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So eventually people would get tired of being like, you know what, this guy is like hovering over me. Like, is this going to be happening my whole entire life? Maybe it wasn't Blillery Clinton, Maybe it was somebody else who had ties with Mossad, because we all know that, France and Israel got this fetish for kids for some reason. So maybe it was somebody that he was tied to with the Mossad, because we all know this dude was a Fed. That's not even up for debate. Right. If you got fake passports with fake names going to Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that, you're absolute Fed, dude. There's no question. So my thing is this, and I'm going to just end off on this. I believe that releasing those names and giving those victims closure is America first. And I'm going to explain why. Because you put in the victim first. You feel what I'm saying? You not fuck the government. Like I don't give a shit about the government. I don't care about the government if I'm being honest. If I work, I eat. That's how men think. I don't know. I can't speak for women, but if I don't work, I don't eat. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna work whether people like it or not. I'm gonna hustle. So I'm not about to depend on the government. Oh, can I get some cheese? Can I get some free this? Can I get some free that? Like, no, that's not how a capitalist society operates. That's how a communist or a socialist, society operates.
Right.
But we live in America and we practice capitalism over here. You get my drift? So my thing is when it comes to these victims, I feel for them. I feel sorry for them. Even though I can't empathize with them, I sympathize with them if that makes sense. Because empathize
Yeah.
means like you actually been through like what they went through, which I haven't. But I sympathize with the subject because I know like how horrendous that looks. Like even like in movies, I be having to like skip and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't look at that shit. It's just weird, and it's graphic and that type of stuff should never be accepted in society, whether it's in the Western civilization, Middle Eastern civilization, Asia civilization, or wherever. It's just
Yep.
not tolerated, and it's honestly looked down on men a lot. That's why if a guy found out you did something like this in jail, you're gonna get beat up every day until you die. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, especially if it
Yep.
was a kid. If it was a kid, oh yeah, you're definitely getting it. So we know. Now, well, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not gonna say we, but I know that it's right to hold these men and women accountable when it comes down to what they did to these children. I don't care if they're teenagers. They're still, in my eyes, kids. Because if I'm a grown ass man now, and if I'm looking at a teenager nowadays, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is a little boy or a little girl. You know what I'm saying? So this is
Right.
what they
They're
ultimately.
naive. They're young.
Yeah, right. So this is what they did to these kids, and they need to be held responsible. They mutilated these kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is something that they can never get back.
Right.
That's all I got to
See
say
what's
about.
think about the Democratic Party. Democratic Party want to do saying want to have girls and boys in the opposite bathroom in the same bathroom, tampons in boys' bathrooms. They want to cut the kids' private parts off. Democratic Party. This is the same shit with the Epstein and the Democratic Party. It's the same shit. They want to hurt the kids. That shit ain't cool.
Yeah, man, it's
Part
crazy.
because of
The LGBT community as well. They're a big
yeah,
factor when it comes to being very, very predatory. They're
yeah.
what was that story? What's that dude named Mr. Beast? Right? Y'all know who Mr. Beast is?
Yeah, his best friend became boys to a girl. Well, he's still a man, 100% still a man, but he had a wife and kid and became. Well, he wants to be a girl.
No, he became a pedophile. Oh, I can't say that because it's YouTube.
Oh,
But
oh, okay. Well, I missed that part.
after he yes. Do y'all want to look into it real quick? We got time.
Hey, I'm here. I'm
But
here.
yeah, he actually got caught talking to underage little boys.
Okay, wow, I missed that one. Shit. You
Son.
gotta,
He has a son though. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So it's crazy that you got people out here that say, "Oh, don't judge me because I'm trans or whatever the hell you call it." But if you look at the pattern, even when you go back all the way back to the early 1900s, these people are weird. They died. They've
right,
been. They used to call these people like insane, and they'll throw you like in an asylum. Like they will diagnose you with gender dysphoria. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays they don't even want to call it that. Now they're calling it pronouns or some stupid shit like that, which is ultimately
right,
stupid. And you're confusing the kids like that. Like if you make like kids are simple. Honestly, people are simple. A lot of people think women are complicated. Women aren't complicated either. They simple too. Provider, protector, you know what I'm saying? Good, you know what? And a house, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all they really care about. So
right.
kids also simple. They want to play, learn, eat, sleep. You know, like
Yep.
but when you start adding political ideologies to kids when they're like what, I don't know, fucking 4 years old, then yeah, that tends to mess them up.
Shit,
Like,
no,
bro,
younger than that. What's it? Abortions. They affect the kids at an abortion rate. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, that's crazy, man.
Did you see? I glanced at it earlier. I think it came across my X feed. There was some school district. I want to say it was in Illinois. Was having overnight stays with the kids without their parents' permission, like with like or like some sort of over like late night party type thing where like the kids didn't have to explain or get permission from their parents to go, but it was like some gender, some
A school
sexuality,
lock-in.
huh?
Like it's why a school lock-in, right? School lock-in. I
Something
think
like
it's
that,
called
yeah,
school
but it was
lock-in.
like with the LGBTQ spin on it. Like, but you didn't have to, your parents didn't have to know or have give consent to like tell you what exactly they were doing.
Right.
that's disgusting. Why do you want to? And that's what I be saying. These parents be dropping the ball so much, man. Why do you guys be letting these stranger weirdos around your children? Like it's honestly pathetic. I seen a story the other
It's-
day about a girl um that was at a sleepover, right? She was at her friend's sleepover, and the mom basically texts the boyfriend, yes, this is your chance. This is your moment. And this
Oh,
oh,
is what the FBI found in the phone, by the way. I just saw this story. And the girl felt creeped out and stuff like that, right? So the girl was basically spam calling her mom, like, I want to go home because something don't feel right. So the mom rushed to the house, picked her up, and the mom basically knew the woman and the dude. Like the woman was a nurse and the dude was like a doctor in training and stuff like that. And they got their own kid too, so that's pretty scary. So when it all boils down to it, it was supposed to be a simple sleepover, but the mom was taking pictures of the daughter while she was in the shower.
oh, wait a
And it was,
minute.
it's
and it
so
was
many
all
weirdos out here.
yes, and that's what the mom was saying. Like you never know who these people are. Like you think you know these people, but you truly don't know who these people are. You know, you got to
Right.
watch these people, man, for sure. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
because they
back, like my mom must have been out of her mind to let me go hang out and the stuff we used to could do back in the day and never thought about. Like we used to have sleepovers and go hang out over people's houses for hours, unattended for hours and stuff. But like they knew the parent or they talked to them. They were on the block. We had some sort of relationship. But like
Right.
when you saw weird stuff like that, or if anything not that extreme, but anything like even a little alarming, you knew to go call your mama or try to go home. She come grab you. But nowadays, people have like no community, no knowledge of who is who, and then some of these people
right,
encourage this weird stuff.
Yeah,
right.
usually you was young days and you had to be in your room with the door open. So, like for me, having my girlfriend over, I had my room door open. You know, just having the
Exactly.
door closed. You
Right.
know, I think that's such as
Ain't no
privacy.
ain't no closed doors.
Ain't no.
Nah, no closed doors, no locked doors.
No
No.
locked
That's
doors.
what
Exactly.
and that's what's going on. That's what happened to this situation. The parents not at home, the kids is running around free, and they
Right.
mad at Trump because the EBT thing being canceled. And this is a good thing. Half these women is fat as fat, they ain't working, and all they buying is nothing but mountains of sugar, cookies, and other junk food. It's sad. I'm glad this is
Mhm.
happening.
Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, guys, we at the hour and 30-minute mark. We gonna end it right there, guys. It was
Yep, yep.
definitely a great stream today, guys. I don't know where Mr. Dennis go, but
He
Mr.
was trying to
Lockett,
get to work or something.
yeah, Dennis be on it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Lockett, man, I appreciate you joining the stream today.
Oh
Uh
yeah, no problem.
appreciate you guys sticking with me this entire time.
Yep.
Nunez, damn, I made late. Oh yeah, man. Sorry. Yep. Sorry about that. But I'll probably do another live stream, probably by myself later on and react to this super dad that basically saved his daughter that fell off of a carnival cruise, a Disney cruise.
Oh yeah, I saw
She
that.
Yeah,
basically
I seen that one.
yeah, I want to react to that, man, because that looked real nice. That's a
Yep.
Yeah,
real hero.
You got to pull up too. These people I heard were, I didn't find it myself, but they were criticizing. They were trying to say the dad must have had her up on the rail before it happened. Like, what is wrong with people? They were trying
Right.
to blame him.
Judging.
Like,
Retarded, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. But all right,
Right.
guys. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. I really do appreciate it.
thanks for having
Oh
me.
man, appreciate it, man. 100.
Man, we got a $20 super chat at the last minute from Mitch. I
Hey,
got part of the list. Mitch, where you been at, bro? Why didn't you join the stream?
he said he got part of the list.
Dude.
That's
Thanks for
we
the
funny.
were giving him
$20,
the
bro.
$20.
Why you come so late? I want to see that. I want to see because we know Prince Henry. I know rumors that Bill Clinton's on it.
Listen, I always
Um
get the picture.
man, if you got a picture, I'll probably pull it up. Let me
Yeah,
see.
Prince Andrew, they said, Bill
Hmm.
Gates, the guy, the paraplegic guy.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, like that's what
What
I'm
you
saying.
Yeah.
looking at?
Like,
Is
Yeah, I
it
heard about that too.
Oprah Winfrey on that list too, or am I
yeah,
tripping?
Yeah, Oprah. Yeah,
everybody.
Oprah as well. Remember Oprah African School with the girl? Her girl supposed to got touched or something like that. She supposed to be involved. So it's yes.
Are you kidding
Her and
me?
what? Yeah, that and her with the Harvey Weinstein thing. She with the Weinstein situation as well. But
And remember the
the
school that
story.
she had and them girls, like something happened with the
Yeah,
girls. Yeah, come
yeah.
on.
They
That's
put it
what I'm
under the
saying.
rug real fast.
Everybody.
Man, Mitch, bro. I sent the link out. So I don't know if that's why I be saying like people be getting the link and then sometimes they don't get it. I'm not sure. I gotta definitely look into that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna definitely do another reaction later on, guys. But thank the panel. I know a few people had to leave a little early and stuff like that, but that's all good. I got some pics and videos. I have to find them. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, we gonna
I'm gonna do
look.
a podcast too then. Shit. So man, I'm gonna do something as well later on. I'm gonna party tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Like, I mean, if you free, I don't mind doing a reaction with anybody. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm free. I'm man. I got my own podcast as well, so I'm here, man. Let's
Oh yeah,
enjoy
man.
the people.
Yeah, man. He got his own podcast, guys. I'm gonna leave that link in the description whenever I do in this live stream. You guys already know Nicole Coco got her podcast too. I
Okay,
need to
that's
get
what's up. I'm about to check you out. No problem.
All
yeah,
right, yeah, I'm gonna check you out too. Thank you.
No
I need to get
problem.
on Nicole podcast, man. I don't think I got on
Mine's
Nicole.
mostly is mine's mostly on Spotify, and iHeartRadio. When it comes to me podcasting.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, see, I'm glad we all connected, man, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Teamwork, teamwork, baby. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the live stream. Jeffrey Epstein's client list is basically no more. The case is
Yeah,
closed. Some stupid
pretty
ass.
much.
We just need to assume everybody on there and just keep it moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Just look at them like you nasty motherfucker.
Right.
Because they didn't get Diddy. Think about it. They didn't get Diddy either. So Diddy free. So it's what it is. It's what
Right.
it is.
Which I also think that he is also an industry plant too. I think he's a Fed as well,
Yeah.
but that's a story for another day. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, any last words, you guys?
Put
No,
God
just
first.
Put God
yeah.
first, man. I can't say nothing better than that, brother.
Yep.
Factual. But all
And
right,
I just want to send out prayers to all of the the victims of any of that
Oh
because
man.
it's serious, a very serious thing. And this grooming and this pedophilia goes back. I'm sorry if I was supposed to say that on your channel. Goes back a long time,
it
and
is what it
it's
is.
just
I said
it's
retarded, so I'm pretty sure this ain't getting it.
but yeah, it's just getting we down this slippery slope with the LGBTQIAZ whatever, and these
Right.
schools are out of control. Like people really need to start thinking about homeschooling and coming together as a community to protect the children because they trying to take them from us every type of way.
Yep.
God. Boy, Miss Sharon don't be playing. She say the Southern people carry pistols, shotguns, rifles. Man, she ain't playing, boy. But shout out to Miss Sharon. Y'all already know, man. She a part of the team. But yeah, guys. I'm probably you know what? We might as well just react to it together if you guys got time. Cause why the
Yeah.
hell not?
Sure, why not? What we reacting to again? Oh yeah, I got you.
I want to react to this superhero dad, man. And you did say that it was some people that was criticizing him, saying that he was basically
You
like
know how all these internet parents and shit and refs want to get on there and do the play by play after the fact. So they all on there like, well, if he didn't have her, how did she get over the rail? Somebody must have sat her on the rail. So I think someone took a video showing that the railing, like a child could easily get up there themselves and fall over. It didn't have to necessarily mean somebody sat the child up there and let them fall.
Right.
right.
It's like,
That
this
is
is my own damn
insane, man.
kid, idiot. Right. Like
These people hate men so fucking much. Like, why, dude? A father
it's
saves his
indoctrination.
daughter, and y'all trying to make that bad? Like, what's
Right. And they say that. They say he was a hero. They didn't say the door was. They said he was a hero. The daughter fell by accident, and the rescue team came right on time and got him the daughter out the water with no problem. I don't know
Mhm.
why they took that into a sad story or mean story. It's
Right.
crazy.
It's like when that you seen that clip of that dad trying to catch the I don't know if it was a foul ball or if it was a home run, and he had the baby and the cup.
Yeah. Oh
You see that,
yeah.
like all the guys in the comments like, oh my god, that dude's awesome, and then the women in the comments, he could have dropped that baby. Like, but he didn't.
wow?
No.
Of
You know, there's so
course,
many
lady.
compilations of dads saving babies from falling or hurting themselves.
I know,
It's all on
right? That's what
YouTube. You know what I'm
they
saying?
real
We
superheroes.
there. We
Right,
are
right.
heroes.
Clutch.
Man. So I want to react to this other video. I just found it very, very interesting because I don't think that fathers get enough credit out here, guys. So a father jumps off Disney Dream Cruise after daughter plunges off ship. Now, I was looking at this morning. I didn't finish watching it, but I'm like, man, you know what? I want to react to this only because this father got balls of steel doing that to dive
Yeah.
into the ocean. Well, first of all, I'll do the same thing because I'm not going to let my baby drown. Shit, we both got to just drown at that point. But thankfully, this guy knows how to swim, or it would have been pretty
Right.
bad for him. But without further
That's
ado,
an
let's get
ocean.
into this. I know, right?
It's like, are there
Ocean,
sharks? Are there sharks? And that's probably even more motivation, right? Like, hell no.
right? That's what just make it more better. Like, were there sharks? Were there a giant squid? Were there piranhas?
Man.
Let me check this out.
All right, everyone, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us as we continue to bring you some of the day's biggest top stories. We want to get to this big talker that is going on right now when it involves the Disney Cruise Line. It was the Disney Dream Cruise where a really big fiasco happened. A little girl falling off of the cruise. The dad jumps in. They were rescued. It could have been very, very bad, but here is the
Wait a minute, guys. I gotta read this comment because I see
Oh.
I see something that's interesting. Blexit the communicator, one of my closest subscribers and stuff like that. Fuck with this guy Henry, man. Off topic, have you talked about the teen terrorist takeover in Glen? Oh my goodness, bro. Say Chicago Blue said the Super Predators did.
Wow.
So listen, man. Okay, let me read the rest of this. I'm sorry. Chicago Blue, quote unquote, said the Super Predators did nothing wrong, and we got into it on Facebook because of it. Are you serious? So I'm guessing Chicago Blue is P Ray.
Right. I was like, the irony is loud.
Ray.
The sarcasm.
Ray. So I call him Chicago Blue now because basically P. Ray is working with Brandon Johnson, but she's always wearing that damn MAGA hat. Like, and honestly, she's been kicked off of everything. WVON don't want to. Fox News don't want to. Intellectual Radio don't want to. Freaking WLS don't want to. Like, she's been cast into the shadow realm. So she basically I think she's trying to personally pander to Democrats now because I think she's trying to run for senator now. She's going for a senator seat.
Another rhino.
Yeah, now she ain't no rhino no more. She can't. She took the mask off and like, I'm a Democrat. So she just full on Democrat now. So it's like that's why they Chicago Blue now. So that's where that Chicago Blue term came from. I'm pretty sure somebody from the organization gonna see this, but I don't give a fuck. But let's continue this.
This is the latest from Fox News.
Passengers capturing the dramatic rescue of two overboard cruise ship guests, said to be a father and his young daughter. Crew from the ship's Disney Dream rescue team seen scooping the pair up out of the water and returning them to safety.
Well, we saw the rescue mission. They were very efficient. I mean, we saw them pull the dad and child out of the water within a couple of minutes on a rescue boat.
He's getting aura. Oh my god, bro!
You see it, right?
He's getting aura. This is crazy. Yo, this dude is a superhero, man.
You see it, right? She glowing.
This dude is Aquaman / freaking Clark Kent. This is crazy, man. This type of story needs to be going like nationwide.
Yeah, viral. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Boat and bring them back to the ship.
The incident happened Sunday as the ship was returning to Port Everglades after a 4-night cruise to the Bahamas. Passengers say the girl fell overboard first from the 4th deck, her father jumping in after her. Fellow passengers and people on social media are now calling the dad fearless.
Fearless! You hero, bro! He's fearless. He's a hero. Literally, he's the guy that the girl
ships are tall.
That's crazy.
Right. Yeah, those two cruise ships are tall too, man. He did the right thing by jumping down there. I was blame.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, first of all, it's his kid. Any father, any father is not about to just let their kid drown. I wouldn't even be able to live myself. I'm just sitting there watching my kid. Oh, what am I gonna do? Like, nigga, jump. Shit.
Right.
Sorry to use the N-word, but you feel me?
Right.
The ship turned around actually, and then the rescue boats were in. It was moments.
How the girl initially fell is still being investigated. The ship has plexiglass blocking the railings on decks.
On the speaker, they just told us everything was okay, and they didn't tell us much information, truthfully.
The pair reportedly spent 20 minutes in the sea, the father holding his daughter before being pulled to safety.
Just a huge sigh of relief. It could have been a lot worse.
As the investigation continues into how this happened, Disney officials...
You want to know what's crazy? Because I think they fell from level 4, right? The girl fell from the 4th level.
Yeah. Yeah, and the cruise ships are tall. They tall.
Actually, we might be coming across some fish people, guys. Because even the daughter survived. That's crazy. Like, these might be some mermaid descendants. Because the father survived and the daughter survived. We talking about just from the altitude alone is nuts.
Yes.
4th level from a cruise, a moving ship. Man, please.
Officials are commending crew members for their exceptional skills and prompt actions and say this incident highlights the effectiveness of their safety protocols. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, that's a W for the crew, guys. W boat crew.
It got to
Yeah,
be
they
a
did
W
a job.
because as
I'm
soon as them
surprised for
lawyers get
Disney.
a hold of it, they're gonna be
And that's
like,
what
"Now
I'm
how
saying.
the hell did you keep going?"
Hey, look, you said the same exact thing that I was thinking. Like, I'm surprised Disney didn't have no fucking DEI boat drivers
You
that
know what I'm
got.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the best thing Disney has ever done since, man, I don't know. They ain't been making no good ass movies. So this is like,
No, they haven't.
the only good thing Disney has done in like the last 8 years, literally.
Man,
Because y'all been pumping out some trash.
yeah.
How
Oh
they
my
do
God,
it
this
all
is
though?
All right, let's continue.
Mike, thanks so much for that. Here's the statement from the Disney Cruise Line. Their spokesperson saying to Fox News Digital, the crew aboard the Disney Dream swiftly rescued two guests from the water. We commend our crew members for their exceptional skills and prompt actions, which ensured the safe return of both guests to the ship within minutes here. So we want to continue to break down this story and get some analysis.
Uh, how y'all gonna break down the story and to get analysis if ain't nobody got no information on nothing? See how they just be
right. You
killing
still
me?
getting it.
Even Fox News be killing me sometimes, and I'm literally a contributor. God damn it, guys.
But they gotta scratch the bullshit. They gotta scratch it.
You feel me?
Cause
Of
But
course.
that's nuts. But that's the end of the stream, guys. Thank you guys for helping me out with this video, reacting to this.
yeah, man, no
Very, very
problem,
good.
man.
Honestly, haven't heard Disney doing anything this good in a very, very long time. They've been pumping out
Man,
garbage propaganda movies and TV shows. Like, She-Hulk was just an absolute fucking disgrace. I don't know why the hell they would ever make that a thing. Because I'm a bit of a
She-Hulk,
nerd,
Ironheart is terrible.
bro. I'm telling you, man. Like, Disney has a lot of no, matter of fact, they need to stop waking up and they need some damn sleeping. Because if you say waking up, they're gonna think, oh, we need to be more woke. You want more woke? You want
Like,
more? Like,
no,
I don't want more. We
no,
want less woke. How about you take a nap? God damn it.
I thought they fired
man.
that guy, and then I don't know. I heard they fired whoever was trying to make them more woke and voted him off, and then now he's back or some shit. So they back and forth.
Apparently not, because I would want to react to this to this with you guys too, but I guess I'll just do this on my own. But I guess they're
Okay.
getting a lot of backlash from this new Ironheart movie that not movie, but show that nobody asked for. I don't even know who the hell Ironheart is. I know who Iron
Basically a
Man
grip
is.
off, man. I'm a huge comic book fan. I got Spider Man tatted on my arm.
Yeah.
It's a disrespect to the comic book
Oh
because
man, so you, because I got all type of comic shirts. I got Green Lantern shirts. I just
oh
ordered some
man,
Invincible shirts too.
I got a
So
lot of them, man. Trust me.
we can
Yep.
put do a separate podcast on that too, man, because we can talk about a lot of comics. We can talk about who will win when it come to, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, shit. If we put up a versus, let's say you like somebody like Sentry and I'm like a Superman fan, you know what I'm saying? We talk about something like that. So who knows, you know?
Right.
What happened with the
Trust me.
Mr. Beast story? No, okay, so look, when it came to
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, guys, he has a friend named Chris, right? Now, he used to be the cool guy in the group. You know, he had a wife, kid, son, stuff like that. But he eventually became transgender because he fell for the propaganda that the left was feeding to him. So after he became transgender, I believe he got caught sexting minors, and I believe they were boys. So when it comes down to it, we said that to say, because the topic was that these LGBT Q plus IA BP, because you know I don't want to get banned.
The
Add a
alphabet
few
crew.
extra letters. But when it comes down to these people, ultimately these people are into pedophilia. They like, this is a fetish for these people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like a dude that excuse me, Nicole, but it's almost like a guy that enjoys anal. Like, dude, in my opinion, if you like anal, bro, you gay. That's just my opinion. I like, you know what I'm saying, for JJ. I'm not about to put my thing in nobody's butt, whether you're a boy or a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's just no. I'm not doing that.
Gonna have a
So
shitty situation.
right, and I say that to say because when it comes down to the LGBT stuff, if you are LGBT, 9 times out of 10, you are into some weird stuff. Whether that's animals, kids, like I'll be seeing these. I'm like, bro, these people are crazy. Something's wrong with
Yeah,
these people.
the
Like,
the
literally.
furries.
Right, that's what they call right. Furries and bro, you know I was watching this podcast. I think it was like Poor Man's Podcast. Check him out if you guys don't know him. But I was
Okay.
watching a guy called Poor Man's Podcast, and he was saying like these weirdo virgins, they had like a statistic on what was being searched on like these porn sites and stuff, and you will be surprised what was a main category for these freaking people. And I saw My Little Pony on there. I'm like, what the fuck is
Oh,
wrong
What?
with
don't ruin My Little Pony.
like, why would you
My
ruin
little
something
pony.
so innocent and fucking like? Why would you do this, bro? That don't even make sense. That's why I'm like, I'm through, bro. I'm literally through with these virgins.
It's the fall of the. It's like the Roman Empire, coming full
This
circle.
is Babylon at this point.
No,
Like,
really
bro,
though, for
empire.
Right,
real.
and it's not good because America is 250 years old, and I think that happened to Rome. They turned 250 years old and they fell. So I don't know. You gotta do better, America.
Yeah, they said a civilization mainly lasts up to 250 to 300 years. You right. That's
Yeah.
on average though. I can chat GBT it later. But guys, thank
Right.
y'all. Thank y'all for staying with me this long. I was gonna do this by myself, but it's always fun to
Appreciate you,
have
man.
Nicole. Yeah, it's always good to have Nicole because she's special, guys. Lockett, Mr. Lockett, man. I didn't know you was this based and funny, man. I really do appreciate you joining the show. We
Appreciate it,
gotta
man.
definitely do more content, my guy. We gotta definitely do more.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I got 4 days off. Monday through Thursday, I'm off. I'm
Yes,
here.
sir, man. And Blexit blames Obama for some reason, but hey, I blame Obama too. I blame Obama for
No,
everything.
for real, it's Obama's fault. Real talk. I worked at Austin High School for 5 years on the West Side, and they did push this gay agenda shit. Probably they pushed it with the ID badge saying "coming out" was an all black badge with a rainbow flag on it saying "coming out." They want us to wear it as staff. I was head of security at Austin, and it's doing the Obama administration. So Obama did push this
Absolutely,
gay
because
stuff out.
I believe he made gay marriage legal in his second term, I
Yes.
believe, right? So
Yep.
after he did that, this was fairly new to the world, not just America, but the world. Like you made like it okay for this to be
Yeah.
like a thing, Like now we understood like gay people was gonna like hold hands in public and stuff like that. But dude,
Yeah.
you
But that's
literally
not
made
even
it
on kids.
legal. But you made it legal for two men to get married, like on paper, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you fighting for this hard? But that's just a story for another day. I'm
Yep.
sorry,
I
what you
know,
saying?
man.
And I was just gonna say, and then it's just like the ultimate slap in the face to do it on the backs of civil rights, of black civil rights, while having Jim Crow Joe Biden and carrying on all of them jail policies and not giving pardons to people. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have been trying to give
Right.
black people a leg up, and instead you was like, no, get to the back, put the gays in front, and I'm gonna use black people to put the gays in front.
Yeah,
Yep.
I always say Trump has done more for black people than Obama has, and I'm standing on that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, when it came to the colleges, the economy, black businesses, period. He helped them out.
Yeah.
And the stories about it from Jim Brown and everybody else. So yeah, I ain't hold you up, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you guys for watching the live stream. I really do appreciate it. Nicole, Mr. Lockett, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next live stream. Tune in next time, and I'm out of here. Peace.